Hello! Happy Monday! Oh, don't look at my living room. Hello, everybody. And hello, everybody. Trying to get my thing steady. And as you can hear, my hot water is boiling. I'll be right back. Bum, bum, ba-dum, ba-bum, bum, bum, bum. Ba-ba-ba-dum-ba-ba-bum. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, hello, everybody. All right. It's so funny. Even before I get the chance to say, tell me yes, everybody's telling me yes. So, welcome, everybody. I am Patrick. I am your friendly neighborhood shaman. And, oh, thank you, Deb. All right. So, thank you, everybody. I've got Roulette and Joe and Alicia. I got you. Thank you for watching. That's awesome. Very kind of you. Yes, I can do that, Deb. That is very sweet of you. Thank you. And I am just stirring up a nice hot chai. So we are going to do Monday mini medicine card readings. Woohoo! Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining me. For anyone else who is joining and have not been here before, I am going to do 6 one-card readings for the first 6 people who say yes in the comments. And we've got 4 already, so we've got room for 2 more. So if you're on here, if you've never been here, you don't know how it works, that is how it works. And and then of course, I will do a last card at the end. There we go. I had my alarm set so I don't forget to come on, and then I kept hitting snooze instead of off. So it just went off again. So at the end, I will pull a card for everybody, regardless of whether you had a reading or not. And like I say, even if you don't get a personal card, just pay attention to the cards that are pulled. Pay attention to what is said, because this is all within the realm of your reality, and whatever is in your reality has a message for you. So even if it is technically for somebody else, if it resonates with you, it's for you as well. So just getting a little bit of smudge going. I'm going to smudge my cards. So, alrighty. And the one thing I ask, if you would be so kind, is my asking price energy exchange for this video is if you would please share it. So you can share it to your page. You can even just tag somebody in the comments. But let me share the magic, share the love, and get this out to more people if people would enjoy it. So, oh, that's hot. Wow, I wasn't expecting it to be that hot. All right, so thank you, everybody. I think I said everything. So let's get started, shall we? So Roulette, you are up first. You're always, you tend to be the very first one here, even before I am. All right. And for those who don't know, these are the medicine cards. And it works, it's similar to the tarot, but rather than working with like the archetypes and that kind of thing, it's working with the animals. It's like each card has a different animal. And each animal, of course, has its own energy, its own medicine, which is why they're called medicine cards. Medicine in the terms of the Native American idea, where medicine is life energy, like qi, the Chinese, and each animal has its own place in the environment, its own place. And depending on its attributes, its habits, what it eats, all that kind of thing, they have a different message for us. They are our brothers and sisters of pure love walking through the world with us. So Roulette, you are up first, and if anyone is coming in, if you would like a one-card reading, just comment yes. And I'll do 6 of them. We've got 4 already, so there is room for 2 more. All right. They are wanting me to really shuffle up. All right. Oh, I forgot I was wearing my Kinsey 6 t-shirt. Nah, if you've ever, they're a hoot. All right, Roulette. Boom. All right, Roulette. You got Badger. And Badger came up reversed. So the first thing I would say is hang in there. Don't give up. All right? Badger is about tenacity, right? And so Badger is basically a little tank. And whatever he sets his sights on, he is going to get there, come hell or high water, whether he has to go through something, around something, over something, under something, he's going to get there, right? And so don't give up. Like Artemis tells me, Artemis is kind of my matron goddess, and the one thing she is always telling me is don't give up, just surrender. In other words, detach from the expectations of how things are going to turn out, how things are going to look, and just hold the vision of what you want to feel like when whatever is going on is done. Feel the feeling. That is how you plug that destination into the cosmic GPS, right? And as long as you just keep holding that feeling, your job is not to figure out how to get there, okay? Your job is to hold that vision, hold that feeling, hold that, like, usually that feeling is a feeling of relief, right? It's like that, okay, whew, now I'm safe, or whew, okay, now I can rest because it happened, because it's right here in front of me. And if you can muster up that feeling, that emotion before it happens, that's your destination plugged in to the GPS, and then the universe will guide you every step of the way, following the breadcrumbs, following, okay, in a mile, take a left, 2 miles, take a right, whatever it is, right? And to remember also that you are always in the right place at the right time, that you cannot make a wrong turn. And if you do turn differently from what the universe nudges you to, there's no punishment, There is no judgment. The universe, just like your GPS system, says rerouting and brings you back to center, brings you back to the quickest, easiest way to get to that destination. So don't give up. Just surrender. The only thing you need to give up is the thoughts and the beliefs that you have to orchestrate the entire journey, that you have to fix whatever the challenge is, whatever the problem is. You and you alone are the one who has to fix it. You and you alone cannot do that, right? That just brings into mind when I was studying with Sandra Ingerman for my shamanic training. One of the things that she said, as a shaman, as a shamanic practitioner, you get a client in front of you, you're doing a soul retrieval or a healing or whatever, and she said, like, she's been doing this for 40 years, right? And she's like, she still gets in front of a client, and the thought will go through her head, like, who the hell am I to be doing this? And then right on the heels of that is the realization, I'm not the one who has to do this, right? Surrender. Give up. The only thing you need to give up is the thought that you are alone, that you are the one responsible for the consequences, for making this work out, for making it perfect. Trust that the universe knows what it's doing, and that no matter what it looks like, everything is exactly as it needs to be. Only good can come of this. Okay? The other thing about Badger that I'm going to mention is that Badger is traditionally seen as in charge of the natural healing, like as far as like the herbs and such, because Badger lives underground. Badger lives in the burrow. So all the medicinal herbs grow on his ceiling. He sees from the roots exactly what, he knows exactly which herbs will heal what afflictions, right? And so take care of yourself physically as well as spiritually. If you need to have some chamomile tea, if you need, things to help calm you or things to help activate you, there are herbs for that. There are supplements for that. And there is no shame in leaning on our medicinal plant family. Okay? Again, you're not in this alone. And in everything I have ever been in, anything I've ever faced, surrender is always the solution. It's like we fight. And it's not until we say, okay, I can't do this, I don't know how to do this, that the miracles happen, the magic happens, and it works out. Okay, so hang in there, hold on to the vision. Know that everything is perfect as it is, and it's just going to get better and better. Things may seem like a challenge right now, but at some point, you'll look back and see, oh wow, look at the good that came out of that. That was traumatic or difficult at the time. But from the seed of that occurrence, everyone involved is stronger, healthier, more whole and stable in themselves. Okay? You got this. And I'm always here if you need me, okay? All right. I hope that is helpful. All right, Joe. I've got stuff floating in my chai and I don't know what it is. Okay. Chai break. Oh, awesome. You're taking an herbal knowledge class next week. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, what I just heard in my head, Roulette, I just got chills. Believe in the universe that believes in you. I just got chills. That just came over me. It's just like, you got this. All right. All right, Joe. Let's see who is gonna come to play with Joe this week. Every time I say your name, there's an Elvis song. Stay Away, Joe. It pops up in my head every time. All right, Joe. Okay, Joe. Your card is Horse, which also came up in reverse. So, Horse is about power. Horse is about personal power. Also about freedom and also about expansion. And so in reverse, Horse can be constriction, right? Feeling trapped. It's the opposite of freedom. It's that feeling trapped. Not feeling the power. It's like a hot air balloon that just kind of shrinks because it has nothing to fill it out, right? And so know that no matter what it feels like, no matter how it appears to you, you can never be separate from your divine power. You can never be separate from Creator. It might feel like it, it might appear like it, but that's in the head. The mind looks for separation. The mind's job is to separate things, to categorize things, to see things as other, right? And when we get into a place of fear, when challenges or changes happen, a lot of times we tend to like pull back, right? And it's not that you need to like rush forward and face it head on kind of thing. It's about reclaiming your power that's already there, knowing that it's your brain, it's an illusion of the brain that you are powerless, that you are helpless, right? And like I was saying with Roulette, you are not the one who has to solve whatever the challenge is right here, right? Surrender to your greatness, surrender to your power. It's ironic because when we give up our power, like, okay, Great Spirit, I am helpless, I don't know what I'm going to do. Teach me and show me the way. And when you let go of your power is when it fills you up. And then it's like that spark, like that fire in the hot air balloon that then fills it out so it can take and claim its entire space, right? And so the power that you're reclaiming right now is not a power over, or it's not the power of the, mighty warrior who will defeat his enemies, blah, blah, blah. It's about that quiet, self-evident power of Horse. Horses don't need to prove they're powerful. You look at a horse and you just see the power exuding from them, right? All their muscles and their stance, and you get around them And, you know, they talk about how our heart is the biggest electromagnet in our physical system, right? And it radiates out this electromagnetic field to a certain extent. And then horses come along and their heart is at least twice as big as ours, right? And so their electromagnetic field goes out at least twice as far as ours. That's why equine therapy works so well, because those people who have PTSD or anxiety or whatever, when they are around horses, their energy entrains to the horses and they take on that calmness, that strength. It's like the strength and the power of just being. It doesn't have to be proven. It doesn't have to conquer. Know that you are the universe embodied in a physical body. Okay? And that it's safe to expand. You know, it's like you have to inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale, right? So constriction isn't necessarily a bad thing, and we have to kind of take that step back to spring forward, right? And so don't judge yourself. Don't judge yourself for being afraid. Don't judge yourself for being uncertain. Don't judge yourself for feeling helpless or powerless or whatever it is you're feeling. It's like when like they talk about in meditation, when you find your mind wandering, you don't you don't judge yourself like, oh my God, I'm never going to get this right. It's like you notice it and then you bring it back to center. It's like, oh, my mind's wandering again. Okay, back to center. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Just keep breathing, Joe. Know that everything is okay. Everything is always okay. No matter what. We are all divine in nature. We are all infinitely safe. We are all infinitely protected. We are all infinitely loved. This world is an illusion. And it's like we're down here playing cops and robbers or something, right? We just don't know that we're playing. We think that this is all it is. We think this is real. But this is a movie. This is a stage play. And from the mind of Creator, there is no death. There is no pain. There is no suffering. And so it's like, okay, I shot you last time. You shoot me this time. And so it's like remembering that we are actors in this play, and that ultimately, when you step outside the context of this illusion and look down upon it, it's like, how could I ever have believed that that was real? How could I have ever believed that that was true? You know, not saying to ignore the physical world or ignore your physical challenges, or to, it's not about being aloof, right? That higher perspective is what helps you to expand in the moment. Whatever is going on in front of you, you're exactly where you need to be. Whatever is going on, the universe will use that to bring you home. It is always a step toward home. And when you can just be present with it, that quiet, calm presence of horse, in that stillness, in that calmness, you feel yourself expand. And you will find yourself in places you never realized you could go, right? Realizing that it's all about choice, and that any given outside stimuli You have a choice on how to respond. You respond with love or fear. And that's not, and again, it's a spectrum. It's not, you're either love or you're fear. You can still be afraid. You can still be uncertain. You can still doubt yourself, but still move in the direction of love. That's called courage. And that's what's being called for here. Fear is the seed of courage. Without fear, we couldn't have courage. There would be no expansion because we would be out there already, right? So whatever is going on with you, see it as the next step. Like, I heard this interview with this guy one time that he was some uppity up in some company, and it was like he didn't mean, I don't remember the whole story, but he ended up embezzling a bunch of money, and it wasn't like he set out to do it. It just kind of happened little by little, and it didn't feel like it was totally wrong or whatever. And anyway, he ended up going to prison, and worst time of his life. And he came out of prison, and he was just so depressed and so crestfallen, and was like, who the hell am I now? What was I thinking? How could I have done that? And then the thought occurred to him, act as though I chose this. That's how you reclaim your power. Act as though you chose this, because ultimately you have. Ultimately, you are creator. Ultimately, you are God. And so there is a part of you who totally sees the purpose and the value in whatever you're experiencing. So when you know that and you can trust that higher vision that, okay, I'm going to treat this like I chose it. I'm going to treat this as though there is a purpose to it. It goes back again. I could talk endlessly about the friendly universe versus the hostile universe, right? But if you're living in a friendly universe, then everything that happens is a step forward, and it is an opportunity to grow. That doesn't mean it doesn't suck. It doesn't mean it isn't painful. But again, even if you're quaking in your boots, move toward love. That's how you let go of that constriction and start to open up, start to expand, start to feel your power, because your power is the power of Creator, the Great Spirit energy moving through you. That's where your true power is. It's not in muscle and your adult responsibilities. You are an adult and you should be able to handle blah blah blah. Screw that. There is a bigger plan. There is a bigger purpose. And when you realize that only good can come from this, then you open your mind to solutions rather than challenges. You open your heart to receive the blessings that Spirit has for you. And then you take back your power and you make the decision to move forward. Okay, this happened, whatever it is. How do we move forward from this point on in love? Okay? I hope that's helpful, my friend. Again, like I said, with your roulette, you got this. All right. Alicia, we have a card for you. And if there's anyone else who has come on in the meantime that is new here, I have 2 spaces left. If you would like a 1-card reading, simply comment yes, and you will get a card. All right. So Alicia, so good to have you on, Alicia. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate that. All right, Alicia. Oh, you're so welcome, Joe. My pleasure. And no, you guys are family. So if you need me, I'm here. Okay. You're welcome, Alicia. Card I got for you is Beaver. And so Beaver is the visionary, right? Where other animals only see trees, Beaver sees what can be done. He sees the dams and the lodges and all of that. And so he sees through the eyes of a visionary of what can be, what can come from what is in front of him. He sees beyond just what's there to what can be, right? And part of Beaver's medicine is to remember that universe is not going to give you a vision of something that can be without providing the resources to make that physically manifest, right? It's kind of like, oh, you guys are welcome, Roulette and Joe. I appreciate you guys. So Alicia, it's like Joseph Campbell used to say about how when you move in the direction of your dreams, where there were only walls, doors will open. And it's really about, Beaver is about that conviction of, I was given this vision. Because I was given this vision, that's proof that it can manifest, right? So believe in your dreams, believe in the visions you have, believe in. Okay, and here's the tricky part. This is the tricky part. Even when no one else believes in your vision, the job of a visionary is to create that vision so that others can see what is possible. Does that make sense? My default setting in that is always Gene Roddenberry and Star Trek, right? Here was Gene Roddenberry in the 60s when the world was falling apart, all this crap going on, all this conflict. And here he comes and creates this TV show about the earth when there's no money, there's no conflict. Everyone is living to their highest good. Everyone is being nurtured to find their own calling, to contribute to all of humankind. And so there's peace, and because everyone comes together, we're able to create this Starfleet, create the space program where we can go out and explore the galaxy, right? And the only way that can happen is if we come together as one. And so there weren't, and I guess the show had a hard time getting on the air, and it didn't last very long, and the original series was taken off after not too long because not a lot of people believed in that vision. It was like, God, this guy's crazy. But it planted enough seeds, and there were enough people to believe in that vision that Star Trek is still here, right? In so many different embodiments. And so my point is, he had this vision. He created a TV show where people could actually witness what this future time would be like of peace and unity and curiosity and exploration, because there wasn't a lot of role models before that time. And so his job as a visionary, seeing that vision and then creating it into the physical realm in the form of a TV show, to make others able to see what is possible, to give a template to others who couldn't see on their own. So believe in your visions, believe in your unique perspective of the world, of the universe, and know that, again, you wouldn't be given that if it weren't possible. The universe isn't going to give you a vision and then pull it back and say, psych. It's like if you have a vision, whatever you can imagine, you can create, right? And so know that the universe will guide you, will put, again, not necessarily the entire journey, is not going to map out everything, but it's going to give you step by step, follow the breadcrumbs. All of a sudden, someone shows up. The synchronicities will start. So the right person at the right time with the right information, or financial support, or whatever it is you need to build your dreams, okay? Never give up on your dreams. The other part of beaver medicine that is so fitting for you personally, because I know you, Beaver's greatest accomplishment is the Beaver Lodge. Everyone thinks of the dams and all of that, but really, he comes along with this Beaver Lodge, and its foundations are solid in the earth beneath the pond, and it rises up above the water. So in the middle of the water, this topsy-turvy, wavy world, there's this place of stability. And it's a shelter with protection. It's a space to come out of the wet. It's dry, it's safe, it's warm, it's filled with love. That's what you do. That's who you are. You are that Beaver Lodge. You are that shelter that others come to for safety, for nurturing, to get out of the cold and the wet for a while, to be able to breathe, and to be able to know that somebody cares, okay? Trust that. You're already, it's like, you're already there. It's more of a matter of recognizing it. This is really cliched, but the whole attitude of gratitude, right? Like being appreciative of what you have rather than focusing on what you don't have. And really looking at where you are, who you are, what you have accomplished, right? You have accomplished a lot. He's got chills. And to claim that, and to know that up to this, you are still here. Up to this point, everything has worked out. There are still, I'm sure, things in the future that are questionable, uncertain, and all of that kind of stuff. But again, just hold to your vision. Hold to that. Know that the way you are sheltering others, the universe is holding you and sheltering you. It can be no other way. I was trying to think of something to say, but really, it's that simple. It's like, in order for you to do what you do, the universe has to support you. So look at that support and trust that support, and know that when you do need something, when something needs to change or shift or whatever it is, that, okay, universe, this is what I need. Boom, it will come, okay? Trust yourself. Appreciate your magnificence. Appreciate how far you've come. Appreciate how many lives you touch and how many lives you change. Okay? That is amazing. Okay? Trust that. Know that you are safe, that you are taken care of, or you wouldn't be able to do what you do, right? And You know, and Bieber is about community. And you're creating community as you go by just listening to your heart, doing what you do, doing what you love. You are creating community. Okay, so you're welcome. You are so welcome, Alicia. I appreciate you. Alrighty. Deb and Nancy. If there's anybody else watching, we have 2 spots left. Deb and Nancy just asked for 1 card. I don't know if you can read that. What we need is confidence. Good, I'm glad that was helpful, Alicia. Confidence, a little thing called confidence. Da, 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 da. When you've got confidence. With a C and an O and an N and an I and an F and a D and an N's. Put them all together, and what have you got? Confidence. All right. Deb and Nancy. Let's see who is going to come play with you today. Yes. Yes, Roulette. I will do a card for Killian. Absolutely. And then if no one else comes on, I will also do one for my lovely Valerie. Oh, thank you, Deb. I appreciate that. We'll see what happens. If no one else comes up, Valerie is having, my fiance Valerie is having a little rough time, some challenges. So if no one else comes up, I'll pull a card for her. Although I can do a whole reading for her later. So, all right, for Deb and Nancy, a relationship card. You are a pair of foxy ladies. So, for Deb and Nancy, Fox is the one that came up. And you guys are such a match. You guys are such a pair. It's like Fox, of course, is cunning and crafty on one hand, sweet and cuddly on the other hand. If you've ever seen any of the videos of the foxes, like on YouTube and stuff, people have a pet fox. I just keep seeing you guys. It's almost like the yin yang, but with foxes instead of fish. It's like this dance. You guys are just dancing around each other, having fun, and so much magic. I mean, holy crap! You guys are powerhouses when it comes to manifesting and creating, and yeah. You know, Fox is about glamour and magic, right? Like every culture on the planet has some kind of mythology around Fox about, you know, shape-shifting and casting glamours and illusions and it's like you guys, it's like that. It is. It's a dance. It's like one of you might be the strong one while the other one is the weak one or whatever. I don't know if that's really the right wording, but it's like you take turns. You take turns on who's leading the dance. And then you switch and you go the other way. And yeah, it's like so complimentary. And, you know, Fox medicine in the book that comes with the cards, it's about, it's kind of like the ninja thing, right? It's, you also take turns getting surgeries. That's funny. Oh shoot, now I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, Fox is kind of the ninja of the animal kingdom, right? It's like the whole cloak of invisibility. It's like, it's about watching, observing without being seen, being able to blend into the wallpaper at any moment. And I don't know why that fits or why that resonates, but it feels like it really does, because it's like, you guys are just you, but then like all of a sudden you look up and you're not, I don't know. Does that make sense to you? It's like you're prominent and then you disappear. Then you're prominent again, you pop up in places, and then you look again and you're gone. And so people have a hard time pegging down who you are because you don't live in boxes. And people keep trying to put you in a box. So not only are you dancing with each other, the two of you are kind of dancing with reality. That's exactly it. I love what you just said. You refer to yourselves as the bridge lesbian couple that heterosexual couples can relate to and forget that we are lesbians. It's totally true. It's like, you guys are just you guys. And can ease people into that whole LGBTQ plus whatever thing. It's like, oh, well, those guys are together. They work and they don't seem... Yeah, that's exactly it. That's exactly what I was trying to say. So, awesome. You guys are amazing. Stealth gay agenda. Exactly. Exactly. The gay agenda, to be ourselves, right? All right. So I hope that's helpful. You guys are awesome. I love you guys. Yeah, the gay agenda, to live our lives as we see fit. You're so welcome, Deb. I hope that was helpful. All right, roulette. I'll do one for Killian. Good. You guys, you make me laugh. You're so funny. All right. You know, roulette, seeing as we don't have anyone else on the docket, I know Killian's going through a hard time right now. I'm going to do like a 3-card pull for him, okay? Just looking at make sure I didn't miss anyone. All right. Yeah, so it's just us. Okay, I'm gonna give him one more chai. Okay. I feel like Killian needs a little more guidance, so I'm gonna do 3 cards for him since we've got the time. All right. So, Killian, your mom says that she's going to show you this to you tomorrow, so I'm going to talk directly to you. So I pulled 3 cards for you, Killian. I'm not going to worry about the reverse or upright and all that kind of stuff. The 3 cards I pulled were Skunk, Deer, and Lynx. I'll get to each one of them in turn. Usually when I do a 3-card reading, it tends to be kind of past, present, future. And so it feels appropriate. So in the past, we have Skunk. And Skunk, I know like people are like, oh God, Skunk, what do I smell? But Skunk is about reputation. Skunk is about integrity. It's like the black and white, right? Kind of like the yin yang. It's about learning who you are, discerning what is you and what is not you. And so, especially in the past, this has been your life, learning who you are, learning what belongs to you, and learning what is other people's. And Skunk is about congruence, like owning your energy, claiming your energy. Skunk, the word that goes with skunk in the book that accompanies these cards is reputation, because when Skunk comes down the path in the woods, everyone knows who's coming and they all know how to treat him, right? And if you substitute energy for scent, and think instead of like the scent of skunk preceding him, it's the energy that you put out. It's that energy that ripples out from who you are. And that energy affects the world around you. And so, like Skunk, being complete in himself, being in his integrity, he is beholden to nobody to tell him who he is. He knows who he is. And the more he knows who he is, the stronger he is. Because the more sure of himself, the more confident he is of himself, then there's nothing anyone can do to harm him. And, it's the more you know yourself, the more you know your abilities, the more faith you have in yourself and who you are and in your destiny, what you came here, your purpose for being here, and you do have a purpose for being here. The more you own those things, the stronger that energy you put out. And the stronger that energy you put out, nothing of a lesser energy can come in. And so that's why Skunk is so potent, right? Because he owns his energy. He's not constantly spraying anything that he doesn't like or threatens him. He's very patient. He knows he's strong. He knows he can take care of himself. As kind of like, how you learn karate so that you don't have to use it. Because once you know karate and you know how to handle yourself, you just carry yourself differently. And people stop picking on you, not because you know karate, but because of the energy that you radiate outwards. Like, oh, I don't want to mess with that guy, right? That's kind of the same thing with Skunk. When you know yourself, when you know who you are on the inside deeply, deeply, and how connected you are to spirit. Then you can be patient. Skunk is very patient. If an animal threatens them, they will stamp their little feet as a warning. They might stand on their head. Actually, some skunks will stand on their front feet, like do kind of a handstand to warn, and they'll even like lift their tail to warn the would-be predator. And if whoever that is doesn't back off, that's when he sprays. And his spray is strong because he doesn't just use it like arbitrarily, right? He knows he has it, so he usually doesn't have to use it. So this isn't necessarily like far in the past or like you're done with this yet. It all kind of shades together. So there's still some of that going on now, like bringing you into the present. But a lot of it is that discerning the black and the white of things, discerning what is you and what is not you, right? Then in the present, we have deer. And deer is about gentleness, compassion, especially self-compassion. You look at those eyes, those big Bambi eyes, right? That looking at the world with the wonder of a child. It's kind of that Zen mind, beginner's mind, where looking at things as if for the first time. Curiosity. That's the main ingredient to deer. They might know better than to like approach something or get involved in something, but they'll stand off on the outskirts of it, just and curious and investigating to see what it is, right? So hold on to that innocence and that sense of wonderment in the world. That curiosity of like, what could I do? Who do I want to be when I grow up? That kind of thing. And see the world through the eyes of compassion, and see especially yourself through the eyes of compassion. There's a story that goes with deer, that one day Great Spirit was on top of his mountain and he just was so joyous that he wanted to celebrate with all the woodland creatures. So he invited all the creatures of the woods to come join him at the top of his mountain to celebrate. But there was a troll that lived at the base of his mountain, and all the animals were afraid of the troll, except for Deer, who was so excited to go party with Great Spirit that she comes bounding along excitedly, and the troll jumps out in front of her and roars in her face. Instead of rearing up to fight or running away, Deer just cocked her head, looked him in the eyes, and was like, "Why are you so angry? What did someone ever do to you to make you so angry? What is hurting you so badly?" And the troll, who survived on conflict and resistance, found none of those in Deer, and so he faded away. And so Deer, through the compassion of seeing a fellow being, the namaste, the divine in me greets the divine in you, by seeing that divinity in another creature, looking beyond the facade, whatever the action, like the appearance of this creature, and seeing to the heart, knowing that that creature's heart was as divine as hers, she was able to give compassion. And that was what freed the troll from his what's the word I'm looking for? Imprisonment on the planet, and was able to free him onto his next life. And so it was through compassion that Deer opened the way for all the other creatures to approach Great Spirit. It wasn't through slaying their enemies and defeating them. It was through seeing the love in them. And how this applies to you, when those trolls of doubt or criticism or fear come up in front of you, when those old issues rise, those are the trolls. And those are a younger part of you that didn't get the love that he needed at that time. So by looking at that, instead of fighting it, when you fight those fears, it only makes them bigger because you're giving your power away to them. When you can sit with them, feel them, tell them that you are allowed to feel this in my body. That gives that younger part of you permission to feel what they were feeling, and you're holding space for that part of you with that compassion that it will release those feelings. That is how you heal, and that is how you gain that confidence and that congruency. By loving yourself, by knowing you are worthwhile, by knowing that you do have a purpose and that you do belong here and you have so much to share. Okay? I always think of deer. When I see deer, I feel like I am in the presence of royalty, right? It's like deer is just like it's like you think of the stag is kind of like thought of as the lord of the forest, right? And the doe, then there's the deer mother, Ellen, who is the horned goddess, who is the queen of the forest. She is Ellen of the ways, Ellen of the deer trod path. I'm not sure why she wanted me to bring her up, but look into her. So that might be something that might be fun for you. But it's that sense of belonging. Deer are a part of the forest. They belong in the forest. You belong in this world, right? And when you stand out from the crowd, that means you were meant to change the crowd. You're beautiful. You belong here. I don't know why I keep saying that, but it keeps coming through. You belong here. You have a beautiful heart. This might sound corny, but if you can look in the mirror, I'm not going to make you say, I love you, but even just namaste. If you can stand in the mirror and say namaste, the divine in me sees the divine in you. Say that to yourself. See the divine in yourself. Look yourself in the eye and see that divine spark behind your eyes. Okay? Know that you are a beautiful addition to this world and that you do have a purpose. And getting to that purpose, Lynx is the one I pulled for future. Lynx is the keeper of secrets. She is also the matron saint of psychics and seers and healers. So whatever you're going through right now is the seed of your service, what you were called here to do. By exploring your own self, doing that discernment like I mentioned, getting to know yourself, you know yourself better than most people do. And when we grow up different from everyone else, it's almost like we're forced to more like reflection, and so Lynx is, like I said, the keeper of secrets. And so with her help and with the compassion of Deer, it's releasing all the issues and all the secrets within you, so that you can you can observe the secrets of others. You probably look at someone and you know everything there is to know about that person before they even utter a word. That's Lynx medicine. You walk into a room and you know right away who you like and who you don't like, right? That's Lynx medicine. There are no secrets from you. And part of it can be that can be so overwhelming, especially when you're young, because that brings in that need to know who is part of you and what is part of you and what is part of someone else, right? So you are being nudged in the direction of being that. I'm not saying you have to become a psychic or, an oracle or anything like that, but you see things that other people don't. And you're able to bring those things to the front for others to see, because you've been doing it your entire life with yourself. And so you are meant to help others. You are meant to bring that to the greater world. So believe in yourself. You deserve all the love you can give yourself. You deserve to feel good about yourself. You're amazing. You have so many talents, and you have done so much work on yourself. It takes strength and courage to stay true to yourself while everyone else is knocking you for that same thing. And come someday in the future, all of those who are knocking you now will be coming to you for help, because you'll be able to see what part of themselves they're hiding from themselves. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. But you will come through this. And you will come through it with such, between Deer and Lynx, there is so much grace and beauty and like every hair on a cat's body is a whisker, right? That's how in tune they are with their environment. So as they're moving through their environment, they are in touch with everything. That's why they are so sleek and graceful when they move. It's like they're making love to their environment. And that's you. You are so connected to everything around you. It's learning that integrity of what's you and what's not. And not giving your power away to others who might knock you, who might put you down. That's their challenge. That's something that they're going to have to deal with. You've already dealt with that in yourself. Know that you are so much stronger for that. You are stronger than most people. You have more going for you than most people. You know yourself better than most people know themselves. So believe in yourself. I don't even know you, and I believe in you. I know your parents. And so I know you adjacent. And I just can't imagine. I don't know what I was just going to say, but you're amazing. You have to be, if you have parents like that. And they support you and love you so much. You got this. You got this. You're going to be fine. You're going to be more than fine. You are going to thrive. You're going to find your place in the world. You're going to find your confidence and your strength. And then, yeah, you will be a force to be reckoned with. All right? So, I hope that helps. All my love. And, yeah. Okay? Nora, I say that you like, you like Ellen. Ellen has called to you. I have been working with Ellen so much lately. I love her. Well, of course I do. I've got her statue right here on my, watching me as I do my videos. So, all right, one last card. I know we've gone late. Thank you for your persistence, and if you're still here watching. And I'm going to pull one more card to cover everybody. If you didn't get a card of your own, this is for you. Even if you did get a card for of your own, this is for you. Haha! I think this was the same one the last time we met. Grouse. Keep dancing. Celebrate yourself. Grouse dances in a spiral. They drum. It's about walking to the beat of your own drum, finding your own heartbeat and how it relates to the world. You know, it's a spiral that connects us to all things. The spiral is in everything. Oh, I'm glad, Roulette. I'm glad that was good for you. Awesome. So, dance. Celebrate yourself. I like to point out how this red spot on the side of Grouse's neck is actually an air sac. And when they get to dancing, he's got one on the other side, and they blow up bigger than his head. And they dance, and they drum, boom, boom, boom. And grouse, when they beat their wings, they create the same phenomenon as thunder. They create this vacuum, and the air slams back. So they drum, they thunder. Make thunder, dance. We're always taught to not make ripples in the world. Make ripples in the world. Let your voice be heard. You don't even have to let your voice be heard. Like when I've woken up in the woods before when the grouse were drumming, and it's not so much you can hear it as you feel it. So dance, celebrate yourself, let your true colors show, and know that just by being yourself, that ripples out into the world and changes everything. All right, my friends. Whew. That was a long one tonight. I think I'm ready to go to bed now. So thank you so much again for joining me. I hope that was helpful for everybody. I am available for personal readings where you get at least 5 cards, if not more. We can do a half-hour reading. When you get more, gets more personal, it goes deeper. The cards that are laid out relate to each other and tell their own stories. And so if that sounds like something you want to do, please visit my website. You can sign up for a session right on my website. And especially with the holidays coming up now, I have gift certificates available. If you would like to gift someone with a reading from me, you can contact me through my website or through my Facebook page and request a gift certificate, and we can get that going for you to give someone the gift of a reading for the holidays, or a gift of a shamanic healing where I do soul retrievals and power animal retrievals and different shamanic goodness like that. So check that out. What else? I will share this to my Facebook page, and I will also upload this video to my Perching Wolf Studios YouTube channel. Oh, I don't think I mentioned my website name. It's perchingwolfstudios.net. And then check out my Perching Wolf Studios YouTube channel, where I have at least 2.5 years worth of these videos. So if you ever need some guidance, if you ever need, have a question or whatever, you can randomly pull up one of these videos, ask your question, watch the video, and I promise you that you will hear what you needed to hear. And subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my videos. And I think that's it for now. Yeah. Oh, and so I also, this is my day job now. Woohoo! I love my job. And so I'm always open to and grateful if you wish to donate anything to me. My PayPal link will be in the description under this video. And if you feel so moved, if you really enjoyed this, got something out of it, and feel like donating, thank you. All right, my friends, I believe that is it. I hope you join me next week. Invite your friends. You are so welcome, Deb. Until we meet again, I love you, I see you, and I honor you. Have a wonderful week, everyone. I will see you soon. Go shining. Bye.